I think it was just kind of like execution and their zone. We kind of went through some of the plays, couldn't really execute or get the ball in the basket. So I think that's kind of what it was.
Katelyn, do you think some of those shots y'all missed were because y'all were thinking they were coming and going to block it? They blocked a lot of your shots tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just maybe me rushing it a little bit, you know.
So what were you seeing out there?
I just agree
they're
with.
tough to get it over, right?
Yeah, I think it's hard to know what shots to take, when they are playing zone because they're just kind of in the middle. So you don't know if you should pull up, take it, go all the way. So I think there was some hesitation and just, some execution that we just didn't do well. But
So when you're guarding a player like Denver and she's just trying to keep her in front, what challenges does she present?
she's very strong. I think that's probably her biggest thing. She's quick and she's strong, and so you just kind of got to work with her and watch her and make sure you keep your head on the swivel because she's gonna keep moving. She's not gonna stop moving. And she's pretty strong, so she's gonna try to get to her spots as best as she can. Even if you do bump her, she's gonna bump you back. So I think that's just kind of the hard part about guarding her too. And then not to mention, she can shoot the three, and so you can't really play her any type of way. You just got to keep her in front of you.
Y'all are not happy right now, are you? About this?
No, I don't think anybody's happy after a loss.
Even though they are.
I mean, yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, they are a great team. Like, props to them. They had a great game. But I think, once again, it comes down to execution and just honestly, time of the game where the ball lands.
Mm-hmm. I believe that this team we can play with anybody.
Yeah.
And we can beat anybody every time we step on the floor. So anytime we lose, it hurts. It doesn't matter who it is. So, yeah, it sucks for sure.
I know it's fresh in your mind, but what was different this time around from the last time? I know they're both tough losses, but this was a lot closer. So what was on the marker board for Rochelle coming into a game like this to try and change it up and see what you could do differently against them?
I think we kind of did some stuff differently defensively, try to throw some different things at them. And so we realized, even with numbers, we slowed some things down, like how many threes they made and switching up defensive assignments. And so I think we slowed some things down, but then some things got sped up. So there were just pros and cons kind of going back and forth, which how we played before. I think we played a little bit faster on the defensive end when we first played them, and then we tried to keep them in front of us on this end. So it helped, but then it had its cons there too.
Well, at halftime they were 7 of 14 on layups. Which is not their bread and butter at all, but they don't do that. They're usually 10 of 14, 12 of 14. I think they shot 44% from the field, but 27 free throws. So did you guys just feel like you had to get physical with them and make it uncomfortable for them?
Yeah, I think, they just know how to get into you, honestly. They know how to draw the foul, but I think it was just a lot of open cuts, too. I feel like we needed to jump to the ball, and, when you jump to the ball, you're gonna foul them. So it was kind of just happened.
I feel like this is one of these where y'all was talking on a team. They've been together a long time. They've been in this valley together for 4 years. Y'all are still just. You think y'all learn a lot from this right here, going forward?
Yeah, I think we kind of learned we can play with anybody. Kind of like Zoe said earlier. They are the top team. So we held with them the whole way. So we just have to believe.
Is that fact that you hung tough with the top team in the conference, is that sort of like motivation, bolted more material for you guys going forward?
Definitely. Just keeping that in the back of your mind, like you stayed with them, you can beat anybody in this league, really.
But no moral victories.
Huh?
But no moral victories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One question: what happened at the beginning of the third quarter when they just
Excuse me.
kind of got the big run going to get back in the game?
Yeah, I think. We knew they were, them being down at half, they were going to come back and try to punch you in the face. But I think we kind of took it, but then we went right back at them, honestly.
It's normal. Runs.
Yeah.
You want to come out, you want to punch them in the face.
Yeah.
In that third quarter, it was pretty turbulent. They punched you in the face, he said. You came right back. They came right back after that. How do you stay focused when things are going back and forth like that?
I think you just got to remember that those things are normal. This basketball, you could be up 20 and then all of a sudden fourth quarter comes around and we're tied. You know, like it just happens. We have runs, they have runs. So as long as you keep that in your head, especially with teams like them who can shoot the lights out, and they're a good team, they're a top team in the conference, you got to kind of know that, okay, they're going to get hot eventually. Or they're going to hit shots eventually. So we just got to make sure that we're in it and still doing what we need to do at the end of the day.
Whose shoulders does it fall on now in the next 48 hours to flush this, knowing you got Northern Iowa rolling here on Saturday?
I think it's kind of everybody. I mean, they're a great team. I think the main thing is we have to believe that we can beat anybody. That's what you have to really take from this game.